The internet is not something that you just dump something on. The internet is not a big truck. The internet is a series of tubes.
Guys, I have some amazing news. Vine is coming back. You remember when Vine came around, you had the funny 6-second videos that made everyone ha-ha.
What do you want?
My name is Jeff.
Well, thankfully, it's being revived because the creator of Vine is releasing a new app in 2019 called Byte. And it's basically going to be exactly the same, except a different name. Now, I wouldn't care about this, and I wouldn't cover it, but I don't know if you guys remember the Great Viner Invasion of 2017, where all the Viners were kicked off the site and had to migrate to Instagram, Facebook, and of course, YouTube.
I'm sweating. Can somebody just pass me a towel? Aha! Yo tengo un toalla para la señorita Lele. The towel. Hannah, what is this? El baño para su caca.
Now, obviously, only the most top-tier creators could survive on the site. For example, Jake Paul, Logan Paul, Lele Pons, who is, of course, my future wife-to-be, and Lance Stewart, who does, like... What does Lance Stewart do? I gotta go check, actually. Something is living in my closet. Yep, it's your forehead. Oh, great content! Watch this before it's removed, hurry. And he's got no eyebrows for some reason. What? Why? The most integral part of the thumbnail. I need to remove the eyebrows to get clicks.
I know it's real.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do me a huge favor. Hit that like button and share this video around to your friends. If you guys get 200,000 likes on this video, I will do another...
And what worries me greatly about Byte is that it's probably going to do the same thing that Vine did, which is fail totally a couple years later. And then you're going to have all these people that come from Byte, and they're going to come onto YouTube, and they're probably going to be worse than Jake and Logan Paul and all these other creators. Details about the Vine successor are sparse so far, with just a website inviting prospective users to sign up for updates and potential content creators to join us in its creator program. But obviously, you've got to look at this in a positive light. If there's a horde of people coming from Byte and starting YouTube, that means I get to make videos on each individual one. Money! So we all have a group cry session, and then I get revenue. It's a great system. But on the other hand, it is terrifying that you're probably going to have someone even worse than Jojo Siwa that does not speak a single word in English. Fallout 76, the video game that no one on Earth asked for. I kind of like to think of Fallout 76 as Far Cry 4 was to Far Cry 3. They didn't really change enough to make it a new game. But Fallout 76 added multiplayer. For no reason.
Stop being so mad, Pyrocynical. You can't even afford a car.
So Fallout 76 is a controversial title to say the least. So Bethesda put all of its marketing into making sure every single person buys this game. And how do they do that? By having a live stream with Ninja, Logic,
I'm biracial.
and Rick and Morty.
Man, I don't know, Rick. I mean, I don't know if we should be messing around with nuclear weapons like that, you know?
Shut up, Morty. You little crybaby.
You get away with it today.
This is painful to watch. My wife left me, and that was easier to deal with than this. So as you can tell, it was a complete mess. It's 3 hours of these 3 guys playing Fallout, and like the entire thing is basically Justin Roiland trying to fill in dead air.
I want to be careful, Rick.
Shut up, Morty. Video game. These beautiful green ferns.
Sell me this pain.
I don't think they're gonna be very green.
Beautifully rendered rocks. Wonder what kind of shaders they've got on.
But don't worry, guys. I have some good news. Logic came in with the clutch with some funny and hilarious dialogue.
Oh, let's go smash him. Hey, can you guys hear me?
This just shows that like boardroom directors for like anything, even video games, they're all just like boomers that have no understanding of what humor is. Oh, Rick and Morty, that's cool with millennials. Yeah, just put that in. Logic, he's a thing. Ninja, the the funny blue hair. Yeah, three popular people. Just get them all to talk for 3 hours straight.
Do levels make a difference? So like if we fight a guy who's level 50, is he like 10 times harder to kill?
They make a difference to me. I bow down to those who are of higher level than me.
It's apparent that none of them had any chemistry. The only real chemistry was Justin Roiland with himself. Logic says absolutely nothing for the entire stream. I'm pretty sure he's just a store-bought mannequin. Ninja is having a mental breakdown because he realizes he's playing a game that isn't Fortnite for the first time in his life. And Justin Roiland, I really feel sorry for him the most because he's actually trying. The other guys, they know they're going to get a fat paycheck. They don't care, just minimal effort. Justin's actually trying to bring something to the table, but there's nothing. There's no chemistry. With Rick and Morty, you've got writers, storyboard artists. With this, it's just pre-generated animations and a guy trying to think of funny things to say for 3 hours. Also, on top of that, you can throw in some of the worst special effects I've ever seen.
Yeah, actually, your mic's messing up too, Morty.
Yeah, that's what happens when you're in a simulation. We had fun, but we gotta figure out how to get out of the simulation before we die.
Oh no, dude, look at them, bro.
Oh man, dude. All right, guys, it was fun. It was fun playing this game with you. Seems like it's gonna be a good game.
I love that pause there. Like, yeah, it seems like Fallout 76 is gonna be it's definitely gonna be a video game. Also, a little subplot with Ninja here. As many of you know, Stan Lee passed away. He was one of the most integral people that has made comic books into such a large presence that they are today. Ninja realized that Stan passed away. He went ahead and putted Rip Stan Lee in the title of his stream, right next to promoting his merch. I don't really blame him. I think it was a kind of off-the-cuff moment, you know, when he's playing Fortnite and gunning down on the 9-year-olds. You need a lot of concentration, so it's easy to make a dumb move like that.
It was Drake all along. He used me to tap into a view source.
Now, big news, big news. Can I get a big news in big 3D text? Kanye West followed me on Twitter. This was so epic. I tweeted a picture of his face edited, and then for some reason, he followed me. And then people started making articles because it was probably the slowest news day in human existence. Obviously, Kanye's just following random accounts at this point. Like, he followed some meme account that hasn't posted for like over a year, I think. But he followed me before PewDiePie, and that is all that matters. Also, I DM'd Kanye asking him to play Fortnite with me. Unfortunately, no response yet. I'm probably going to DM him every single day until either he blocks me or he actually responds saying no.
Is that cheat on your man, homie? I tried to sneak through the door, man.
And finally, probably the most important story regarding YouTube, Article 13. Quick little recap. Article 13 is an EU passed law which basically gives copyright holders a lot more protection. That's good if you make stuff. The problem is if you're reacting, transforming stuff, anything to do with fair use, that's not considered. So pretty much anything I make or anything one of your favorite YouTubers make, that's probably not eligible and will be completely blacklisted. Now I thought because of Brexit would be absolutely okay. Unfortunately, we're still stuck in the transitional period, so it does affect us 100%. Now this is the point where I link you a bunch of stuff to stop Article 13. Unfortunately, it's already passed. There's not really much we can do in that area. Now, to people outside of Europe, it still affects you because your videos probably won't reach anyone inside the European Union. So to anyone that has any kind of viewer base in a European country, that will probably just be completely blanked out. Now, fortunately, there is still some stuff we can do to stop this. And I thought, who else better to explain it than your boy, the OG, VoiceOver Pete.
Attention fans, you must eat the credit card in order for it to work. Attention all Europeans, your freedom of expression is in grave danger. And this time, it's not only John Wick that needs your help, but the whole entirety of Europe. Article 13 threatens to block and censor memes, parodies, reviews, and other online transformative content. Spread the word all over the internet, the galaxy, but you gotta be quick so that we can secure the victory royale.
Thank you, VoiceOver Pete. Truly, you are a god among men. So yeah, pretty much what Petey said. Thanks to Grande for the meme, by the way. Love you. I'm going to leave a bunch of links down below in the description, so if you're a member of the European Union, you can contact your member of European Parliament and hopefully try and convince them to do something. I'll also link YouTube's official page on it because they do a great job actually explaining the context, how this affects you, and what it actually means. To everyone else, like Americans and that, just go play Red Dead, who cares? Also, I cut myself a PS4, so expect some PlayStation content coming soon, like exclusives and that. I mainly got it for Spyro. I really want to do a review on that, so expect that in the next couple weeks or so when the game's died down and no one wants to play it anymore. Thank you for watching, guys. Please subscribe! Subscribe!